I'm coming here as a parent, and I'm coming here as a Wits alumni. And why the Constitutional Court has said that at the core of that Constitution is building a society that is based on human dignity, social justice, and equality. And at the core of that Constitution is a promise to all of us that your potential is going to be freed and your life improved. And thank you for reminding us that while some of us were enjoying life, some of you were left behind. It is something that we all, as a nation, have to take responsibility. I feel that we're at a time where there's no point in pointing fingers, because I've been in South Africa for the last 22 years. And worse still, as a public protector, the issue of students suffering, being unable to register, and not being able sometimes to pay fees was brought to our attention whenever we were doing stakeholder hearings. And last year, we had 2 cases that were brought to my office. One was students sleeping in bathrooms. And the other case was a student who had been removed from class because some municipality had not paid. And when I look back now, I'm thinking that maybe we should have done more than what we did. We raised this issue with Parliament, with the Justice Portfolio Committee last year, soon after it happened, because it was shocking. And I recall telling the story of the student that had just been removed from class, embarrassed and human dignity violated in front of his peers, and told, go home until such time that your fees are paid. Then I recall meeting a young lady from Bumanamo who had been sleeping in a bathroom, and she stayed with us for a while, and she had stayed with my daughter for a little while at 2 p.m. And when I asked her, why would you sleep in the bathroom? I think I would have given up. This young lady said, no, I couldn't, because going home would be worse than sleeping in the bathroom, so I could get an education. But that was happening 21 years into democracy. We raised those issues with NSS, we raised them with some members of government, and I remember having a very great chat with the Deputy Minister of the Department of Higher Education, and we have said we would never have any visa to discuss these issues. Unfortunately, he has grown up so lethargic, and you took matters into your own hands. And sometimes it does take leaders who go beyond the norm for the rest of us to wake up. And for that, I would like to assure you that your call for fees to fall, or your call that fees must fall, is I'm here today not to tell you how do we take this process forward. I'm here to say we know that you're burning. We know that when a shoe is not affecting you, you do not always appreciate the anger that comes from the sadness. And in your case, you do know that the anger comes from sadness. But I would be remiss as a parent, though, and as a fellow citizen with you, although you're young leaders who have led us, rightly so. I would be remiss, though, if I would be neglecting my duties as a parent if I wouldn't say that we need to rethink the methods, though, because we don't want any of you to be harmed. We also don't want any of you not to complete your education. You have fought for this because you know that education is the greatest level. As Mandela said, it is through education that the son of an ordinary farmer or the daughter of an ordinary farmer can be a doctor, a president, or anything he or she chooses to be. So it is the greatest leveler. What I'm hoping will come from this process is the discussion on how do we resolve the issues at hand. How do we have a timetable on arriving at a peaceful solution, even if it's a staggered solution. But the starting point would be to listen to you, because if you want to resolve issues, you need to find out from the grievant what the issues are. And I apologize that I arrived late. I'm sure that my colleagues here, Jay, Sehinzima, Professor Pitika Thuli, and Sean, and my former boss, Susu, have listened to you and they know what the issues are. But that's the starting point to say, what are the issues and what are your bottom lines? And then I do believe, though, that it can't be resolved purely at the level of the university. I believe that we have to bring government on board. We have to indicate to government that this is what you are demanding and this is what you are able to settle for. And then as it is negotiations, and then we have to find out from government what can be done going forward. But let's make sure that there's peace. When I was public protector, which was until 4 days ago, we've been confronted with situations where there are fights and the police are now being placed as a buffer between the people and government. When we resolve a dispute such as this, but it was a small one in Kuruman, the police told us that they don't want to be a buffer between their own people and the government. But they participated in a dialogue such as this one, where an agreement was reached around how we were to negotiate towards a peaceful solution. Because they said they want to be there for us when we harm each other. As human beings, we harm each other. People kill each other, people rape each other, and we need the police to be there for us. We also don't want the policemen who are our brothers, our sisters, our fathers, our mothers, to be hated in our communities, as was the case under apartheid. One of my horrifying experiences was at the funeral of Victoria Mutwenge, which I was fortunate to attend, and I was in the company of journalists, Zelake Sisulu and Sarah Crew. And journalists are very curious. So they went to where a policeman had been taken in. It wasn't a policeman actually, it was a security person who had been necklaced and was dying right in front of people. But that person had not harmed anyone. It was the anger of the community directed at the police force and the security services that was channeled at this person who was somebody's brother, somebody's father, and somebody's son, and possibly somebody's uncle. My message therefore would be, let's find a way not to have the police as a buffer between government and the people. Let government and the people talk. Let's find peaceful solutions. It is a legitimate cause. And thank you for leading us. You have shown us that age doesn't matter. When it's your time to lead, you must step up. And things change when somebody steps up.
Thank you.